Hey everyone, and welcome back for another Yoga Anywhere yoga practice. Today's practice is designed for people who are fatigued or tired. If you've got adrenal fatigue or you're just feeling exhausted in your life, this is going to be a really great practice for you. And there's something that's really important to remember when you're feeling really tired. We don't want to be exerting ourselves too much. So what we want to do is we want to teach our body to calm down and not to have our fight or flight system kick into play. So one of the things when you've got adrenal fatigue or chronic fatigue is that you think like, okay, I'll go out and go for a run in the morning and I'll feel really energized. But what it does for an exhausted body is it actually kickstarts your cortisol levels, your stress levels, your fight or flight, to kind of kick into gear like, oh no, I'm being chased by a bear, I need to be stressed. And because our body's exhausted, it makes everything worse. So it's really we need to start thinking differently when we're really tired. So what we're going to do in this practice is we're going to start with some deep breath work. We're going to move into some longer holds with a couple of really gentle poses. So what you're going to need is a chair. So just any sort of chair, we're just going to be using this to support ourselves in a couple of our poses. So go grab your chair and then come back to seated and we'll get started. And so if you're feeling a bit uncomfortable and seated, you can certainly use a pillow or a cushion to prop up your sit bones. The point of this practice is to be really gentle on the body, so we really don't want to be uncomfortable or in a lot of discomfort at any point. And we're going to start by breathing really deeply. So sit up nice and tall. And from here, I want you to put your left hand on your chest or your heart's center and your right hand on your belly. And we're just going to think about drawing deep inhales and exhales into the body. If your nose isn't stuffy and you can breathe through it, I'd really encourage you to breathe through the nose. So we're just going to start doing deep inhales and exhales for about 10 rounds here. Really good, finishing up your 10th breath. And just continuing to think about these full deep breaths in and out of the body. Blink your eyes open as you're ready. And on an inhale, reaching your arms up towards the ceiling, interlacing your hands and flipping your palms. Take a deep inhale breath and exhale over towards the left. Or probably looks like the right for you. It doesn't really matter which side you start with. Just really a nice opening through the side body. And inhale back to center. And exhale over towards the right or whatever the direction you haven't done is. Inhale back to center and exhale, bring your hands down. So now we're going to use the chair for the first time, so I'm just going to turn to the side so you can really see what I'm doing. So basically you just want your chair somewhere where you can easily allow yourself to fold on it. So we're just going to bring our head down and just come into a nice seated, cross-legged forward folds. And this is definitely less stressful on the body than if we were to just, reach forward without the chair. So just allow the chair to support you here. Continue taking those nice deep inhales and exhales. Really good. Two more breaths. As you're ready, slowly coming up. Nice and slow with your movements. And we're going to remove our pillow from our sit bones and come on to all fours from here. So from here, you want to stack your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we'll just move through a couple of gentle cat-cows. So inhale, drop the belly, reach the hips, and head, coming into cow pose. Exhale, arching your spine, coming into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really good. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread it underneath your left, coming down into a shoulder opener. You can stay here or maybe walk your left arm long. Continuing those nice deep inhales and exhales as you stretch through the body. Walking your left hand back if it's not already, planting it down, and coming back up to center. Just staying here for a moment, just seeing how you feel. And then inhale, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, left arm underneath your right armpit, coming down onto your left cheek, maybe reaching your left arms long. Nice deep inhales and exhales here. Your left hand back, or your right hand back in, planting it down, coming back up to center. Really good. So instead of doing downward facing dog, which might be a little bit stressful on the body, we're actually going to do downward facing puppy. So tucking your toes under, keeping your knees just where they are, and then walking your hands long in front of you, and just allowing your head to come down onto the mat. So you're going to feel the same sort of sensations through your upper body, through your back, as you would in downward facing dog. But it's just a lot easier on the body. You can even bring your elbows down if you feel like your body's getting a little fatigued or stressed or anything like that. Remembering to take those nice deep breaths. Really good. As you're ready, slowly walking your hands back. And we're going to make our way onto our back here. So as you come onto your back, I want you to grab your pillow. Just move your chair a little bit out of the way. And I want you to grab your pillow and place it underneath your sit bones once we come up. So we're coming up into a bridge pose. And you can definitely determine how you feel here. Maybe you don't need the pillow, but it's definitely nice for support. So you want your feet on the mat about hips width distance, pointing directly away from your hips. Arms are going to be long by your sides with your palms facing up. We're going to take a nice deep inhale breath and send our hips up towards the ceiling. And then as you do this, let's just tuck the pillow underneath the sit bones. So I'm just going to fold it up and just allow myself to settle on it. And once you've allowed yourself to settle, you can just have your palms facing up. If you've got a yoga block or a yoga bolster, this is really great for this. But if you don't have anything, maybe you're traveling, or maybe you don't practice yoga that often, that's totally fine. Any type of pillow will work just to support the sit bones. And you can absolutely just use your leg muscles, your glutes, that's your back, that sort of thing to hold yourself up. Just remember to breathe This will just be a little bit more relaxing for the body to just settle onto the pillow. And so wherever you are, we're going to hold for 3 more breaths. Deep inhales and exhales in through the nose and up through the nose. Really good. Wherever you are, we're going to lift our sit bones just a little bit. I'm going to remove the pillow and then slowly start rolling back down 1 vertebrae at a time. As you get to the bottom, draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side, just rolling out the lower back. And then from here, we're going to come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. So that's a reclined butterfly pose. So bringing the bottoms of the feet together, allowing your hips to fall open, and just bringing your hands on your belly. And so this is a really, really great pose for fatigue. Really calms down the body, especially with those nice deep breaths. So the reason why our hands are on our belly is it's really soothing, but it also allows us to feel our inhales and exhales. So you inhale, exhale. So feeling the flow of the belly, arise and follow the belly. And we'll stay here for about 10 breaths. At any points your hips start to irritate you a little bit, you can walk them out a little bit, you can flutter them in and then bring them back out. Or you can even just release from the pose. Let's try and keep that nice steady breath though, that's the most important part. 8 more breaths. One more breath. Really good. Drawing your knees together and using your hands to support. And bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Now from here, we're going to use our chair again. So we are going to bring our legs up on it. So you may just have to adjust the distance. You want your feet to be able to fall out nice and comfortably and to have your legs feel really comfortable here. So you can bring your arms along by your sides with your palms facing up, or continue with your hands on your belly. And this is really great because it allows the blood to have a different flow. So it's an inversion because your legs are over your heart. But it's a really gentle inversion. If we were to go into shoulder stand or headstand, your body might feel really stressed with deeper breaths and maybe your heart racing a little bit faster, and it's not what we're looking for in this practice. We're looking for really calm, slow heart rate and really gentle, deep breaths. So choose wherever you want your hands here, and we'll stay here for a little bit, just relaxing into the posture. Really allow yourself to feel supported by the chair as well as the ground. Allow yourself to be really heavy. So seeing if you can notice the muscles that are clenching or that are working, and see if you can encourage them to relax. 8 more breaths. One more deep breath. So if you're feeling really good here and you feel like you want to just stay for a little bit longer, you definitely can. Otherwise, we are going to move our legs off the chair. Just gently move it out of the way and come into our Shavasana. So if you feel like you want to take your Shavasana with the chair, that's absolutely totally fine. You can do that. Otherwise, release your legs long. Just continue allowing yourself to settle into the ground, really releasing all of those muscles, relaxing the body, relaxing everything, even the tongue, your eyebrows, your eyes, your little cheek muscles that are constantly working. Just relax it all. I would highly encourage you to stay here for 3 to 5 minutes if you do have the time. This is a really great practice for allowing the body to heal. If you don't have the time, just spend about 10 more breaths here. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Definitely let me know if there's anything different you want or how you feel in the comments. This video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Namaste.